Lunes 12 de octubre 1931. Entonces es verdad, el Doc alterno programó la máquina del tiempo y regresó un mes y medio tarde. Bienvenidos de vuelta a un nuevo video de Volver al Futuro el juego. Volver al Futuro el juego. Está comprobado, sí. Ahora acaba de decir la fecha. Es lunes 12 de octubre de 1961. Bueno, ahora quiero hacerles una confesión. Ahora sí que estamos de vuelta en la época precisa. Ya no hay ahorita ningún Hill Valley dañado por Ernest Strickland. Precisamente en esta época es cuando apenas estaba empezando el Doc. Así que ahora hay que reparar el tiempo.
Doc's right. If we want to break Edna
Con
and Emmett
Edna.
up, we better approach it from Edna's side of the relationship.
Ahí está Edna, vamos con Edna. ¡Sí!
Spell it B-R-O-W-N. It's not exactly an obscure name.
I still don't see it on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the love... Let me try this one more time. This is the Hill Valley Science Expo, right?
First annual.
Indeed. The purpose of our fair is to showcase cutting-edge technology.
That's right. And to burnish Hill Valley's reputation as a forward-thinking community.
And yet, you want to exclude the maker of the most revolutionary breakthrough of all.
It's not that I want to, but... oh, dear.
Mr. Callahan! You do pop up at the oddest times. What are you doing here?
Edna. Edna, nos vamos a encontrar viajando otra vez al pasado por 50 años. Hola, Edna.
I need to...
Whatever it is, I hope you don't have to deal with Mr. Stonewall here. His sole function seems to be preventing people from accomplishing their business. Honestly, with him keeping the books, it's a wonder the Tannen gang got as far as they did. Have you seen Emmett?
¿He visto al Doc? Ah, sí, sí lo vi.
Yeah, just now, in the town square.
Oh, then you've heard all about his big breakthrough, the mental alignment meter. Isn't it exciting? And to think, he didn't even realize the import of his discovery until I pointed it out to him. I've never known anyone like him, so oblivious to his own potential.
I kinda wanted to talk to you about Emmett, and his potential.
Funny, I didn't spot it myself at first. In fact, for the longest time, I thought I didn't even like him.
Yeah.
Ok, ya estamos entrando en calor. Ahora sí, ya regresamos, estamos de vuelta. No lo puedo creer. Ahora hay que impedir esto,
I don't get it. I mean, Emmett's nice and all, but he's not exactly the kind of guy that has girls
disculpen
swarming
con
all
el
over him.
teléfono, que
Well,
como...
I'm not your average girl.
Yeah, but...
I appreciate your concerns, Mr. Callahan, but I can take care of myself. I know what I'm looking for in a man, and it so happens Emmett fits the bill to a T. That's Emmett Brown. Rhymes with clown, which I'm beginning to think you are.
Just a simple mix-up, I'm
¿Y él es?
sure.
I've no doubt of that.
Él es ahí está Arthur McFly. Pero ahora, ¿qué tengo que hacer? A ver. Vamos a hablar
Hey,
con
Artie.
Arthur.
Officer!
Officer,
Right. Don't blow your cover.
will you please keep your mind on the task at hand?
Can't talk right now.
Ah. Ok, vamos a ver qué puedo hacer aquí en esta expo. A ver qué hay para acá.
It's not as nice as my truck back in 86. Jeez, I hope I still have a truck back in 86.
No, pues no la tendrás hasta que repares la línea temporal. Ok, prácticamente en esta época del año ya Emmett Edna ya estaba con su primer proceso de lavado de cerebro con el... Bueno, ni siquiera sé qué es un mental alignment meter, pero ya se ve que estaba... A ver, vamos a hablar con él otra vez.
You said that Emmett fits your bill of requirements for a man.
Yes?
What would that list be exactly?
You'd make a good reporter, Mr. Callahan. You know that? Well, his physical appearance for one thing. Emmett may not be Clark Gable, but he cleans up surprisingly well. I gave him my grandfather's white suit to wear at the expo. Oh, you should see him in it. He looks positively radiant.
Looks good in a suit. Got it.
And he's completely devoted to me. That's important. I've got no time or tolerance for playboys.
Faithful as a Labrador. Check.
Thirdly, and most important,
Yes?
well, his mind, of course. It's brilliant, and it's virtuous through and through. His own mind map shows him to be a model citizen.
Good brain.
Model
I see.
citizen.
And if it turned out that you were mistaken about any of these qualities,
Say, what's your game?
just curious, just trying to understand the female mind.
Well, understand this. I'm not some faint-hearted girl who'd run away at the first hint of trouble. I've made a big investment in Emmett. Not money, but I've sunk all my ambitions into him. I'd have to be thoroughly disillusioned before I'd call it quits with Emmett. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Now, Mr. Cub Reporter, is there anything else?
Modo citizen, ya va a empezar con eso desde aquí. Ay. Ok, al mínimo ya regresamos en el tiempo. A ver, disculpen otra vez con vecinos castrosos. Vamos a preguntar, sí, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es
What the
eso?
heck is this mental alignment meter of Emmett's?
Oh, it's an absolutely revolutionary invention. Measures a person's affinities, what he's attracted to, what he's repulsed by, that sort of thing.
Interesting. And it really works?
Well, of course. What's the point of inventing something that doesn't work? Or anyway, it works well enough for my purposes.
Ok, esto empieza a dar...
So you say Emmett only has eyes for you?
Absolutely. It's almost embarrassing how devoted he is to me.
Ah,
It's good to hear he's finally settling down.
Yes. Settling down?
You know, ready to stop playing the field, as it were.
Playing the... Oh, you're joking.
no, no, no. Por ahora es devoto porque llegué tarde, pero ya llegué a eso.
But I can't help feeling sorry for him.
Who?
All of Emmett's other girls, now that he's with you.
Please, I think I know Emmett by now. There are no other girls.
Ah. Ah, sí.
I wonder what's gonna happen to Emmett's little black book.
Little Black Book?
Oh, it's legendary. That's what enabled Emmett to become the, Valentino of Hill Valley High. Gee, wonder if he'd let me have it.
You must think I'm pretty gullible, Mr. Callahan.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
Chick magnet?
A guy who gets the girls, motors running.
Motors?
Who makes them, you know.
You mean a chic?
Yeah.
Well, it's a matter of taste, I suppose, but when he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
You say you know Emmett is a model citizen, but you don't know him as well as I do.
Citizen.
Did you know he once cheated some Libyans out of plutonium?
Plutonium? What would Libyans want with plutonium? I'm sure he had a very good reason. Emmett's mind map demonstrates conclusively his brain is oriented toward virtue.
Sí soy a Minds Map.
This one time, to power one of his science experiments, Emmett hijacked a train.
Please, there hasn't been a train hijacking in Hill Valley since the days of Mad Dog Tannen.
Vamos a decirle a ver qué pasa.
Emmett's done a lot of shady things in his time. My vice principal warned me to stay away from him.
Your vice principal sounds like a dolt.
Huh. Ok.
Rather hard for me to picture Emmett as a chick magnet.
When he's properly pomaded and decked out in my grandfather's white suit, Emmett just glows. Makes my heart flutter a bit just to picture him.
That's all the questions I got.
Very well, then.
Eh,
Hey, Audie, you see my
¿Qué?
Orioli?
You mean this?
Yeah, thanks.
Es ella.
She gets to come and go freely, and I'm forced to wait. I love it.
Ah, ok, ya estamos progresando. Doc,
Have you figured out what's wrong with the time circuits?
Not sure. Possibly. It seems to me to be a simple wiring issue, but I'm double checking to make sure. All the basic equipment appears to be functional.
Any chance I could borrow the DeLorean? I want to drop in on young you at the lab.
Well, I don't know. The time circuits.
Listen, I promise I won't take it to 88.
Even so, I'm worried about letting it out of my sight while it's still behaving unpredictably. Tell you what, I'll take it on a test drive 1 minute into the past. If it passes the test, I'll let you borrow it.
ah, excelente. A ver, 1 minuto al pasado.
It worked. Didn't it?
I'm afraid not. In fact, the discrepancy appears to be getting worse. I arrived 6 hours ago.
Oh, too bad.
I didn't want to risk undoing any of the work you've done thus far, so I
6
kept it out
horas.
of sight. But the time lag wasn't entirely a waste. I stopped by the hardware store and bought the parts for a chronometric analyzer.
A what?
A diagnostic device. See, I plug it into the time circuits and set them to cycle. When the green light goes off, I should have the data I'll need to understand the scope of the problem.
Hey, no driving the exhibits off the lot!
Esto no es una
Besides, you'll
exhibición.
have to find another set of reels if you want to get to the lab.
Ok, esto, bueno, ahora tendrá que quedar pendiente para el próximo video, así que nos vemos hasta la próxima vez.